What's up, y'all? Noah here. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm gonna do multiple videos today. I'm going to do who I think should play Green Arrow in James Gunn's new DCU. And the video I'm gonna do right now is we have another person who wants to play Batman in James Gunn's new DCU. Or another two people who want to be in James Gunn's new DCU. Tyler Hoechlin and Bitsy Tulloch. Now, if those names sound familiar, that's because they just starred in probably my favorite interpretation of Superman, Superman and Lois. Yeah. Let me. I heard this rumor from one of my guys, and I actually think it might work because Tyler Hoechlin wants to be Batman and Bitsy Tulloch wants to be Catwoman. Now, this pair of actors' chemistry on screen is great, bro. If you haven't seen Superman and Lois, watch all 4 seasons. They're phenomenal, and the way they end that show is perfect, right? Perfect for what they could do on CW, right? But their chemistry is what makes that show, right? And James Gunn did say that Batman will be a bit older than David Cornsworth's Superman, right? So, and with the two people that have been rumored, so Jonathan Bailey, I googled it yesterday, is rumored recently. Jonathan Bailey, I googled it yesterday, is 36. Tyler Hoechlin is 37. So I think that's a perfect dynamic because it's almost like a brotherly dynamic between Clark and Bruce, which is this what I envision Clark and Bruce have, like that brother relationship that still makes them close enough in age that they could be brothers and could be like best friends, right? Right? Because that's what I want to see in this universe. I want to see David Cornsworth's Superman interact with whoever they get to play Batman. And the Catwoman of it all, Bitsy Tulloch, I think she would be a great Catwoman. And that's not because she played Lois. That's because she was in a show called... I haven't watched Grimm in a long time. I'm going to probably rewatch it because there's a rumor that they're doing a Grimm movie. But if you've watched Grimm, she basically plays a character very similar to Catwoman on that show. Not identical, but the main reason, and I haven't watched Grimm in a long time, so I don't really remember her character, but the main reason why I think these castings would be great, and James Gunn has praised people from the CW verse, right? He's praised Grant Gustin. He said he would love to work with Grant Gustin one day. And I think Tyler would be a great Batman. Not because of he playing Superman, but because he played a character. He's played multiple characters, but like where most people know him from before Superman and Lois was a show called Teen Wolf. And he basically plays a teenager in that, but he has the same like aggression as like a Batman would need, but he can also play that soft, soothing father to Damian and to whoever else Bruce has trained at that point. And so that's why I think Tyler Hoechlin would be a great Batman, and why I think Bitsy would be a great Catwoman. They have great chemistry, bro. That's why. They have great chemistry, and that's proven. Because, again, watch Superman and Lois to see their chemistry. But they have great chemistry. They have, well, Tyler has played a parent before, right? This would be different because he's not playing Superman. Superman's more hopeful than Batman is, right? But Batman's more Batman's more serious and more um right. When I look at Superman, I see hope. When I look at Batman, I see hope, but I also see Batman trying to get over his trauma at the same time. So, and trying to raise Damien if we're going in that era. And I think Tyler would be great at that because he also plays or voices uh Sephiroth in Final Fantasy the remake trilogy. So like he voices Sephiroth in Final Fantasy 7 remake, Final Fantasy Rebirth, and whatever the third game's called. He voices Sephiroth in that. And as James Gunn has said, he wants his universe to be connected between video games, animation, live action TV shows, and live action movies and animated movies. So I think he would be great for that. Because if you look at the two people that have been rumored, most of their things are from video games, right? Like Jonathan Bailey just starred in Wicked, but he also, and I didn't play this game because this game is terrible, but he was also a voice in the Anthem video game. But he was a voice in it, and he did a lot of voice work apparently. I was looking him up yesterday because again I've only seen him in Wicked. Tyler, though, I've seen in multiple things. I've seen him in Superman and Lois, obviously, and he's my favorite version of Superman. Hopefully, David Cornsweet beats him as my favorite version of Superman. But yeah, and what do I think of this casting? Well, if it was announced tomorrow, Tyler Hoechlin and Bitsy Tulloch were to play Batman and Catwoman, or Batman and Talia, right? I would be happy with it, right? Because Tyler is young enough where he could be Batman for 15 years, right? That's the type of Batman that I'm looking for. Like, David Cornsweet is going to be Superman for 10, 15, 20 years, right? So that's what I want in my Batman, too, in this version of Batman. So, with a Bat family, too, because if you haven't watched Superman and Lois, he's basically playing what this version of Batman would be, but as Superman. So Superman in Superman and Lois has been active as Superman for 20 years, right? Superman in the DCU has been active for probably 1 to 2 years as Superman. Like, people know who he is. He's not like a rookie, but he's still kind of new at this. This version of Batman, and after watching Creature Commandos, has at least been active for 15 years. So, do I think Tyler could play that? Yes, I do. And, I would love to see them play Batman and Catwoman, Bitsy and Tyler. But for me, my top guy still is Jensen Ackles. You guys know that. I've been fan casting Jensen Ackles as Batman for as long as I've been covering James Gunn's new DCU. But if it's not Jensen Ackles, I trust James Gunn's casting, and I know that's a lot to say, but I just finished watching Creature Commandos. I loved that show, right? The Superman trailer looked phenomenal, and we should be getting another Superman thing, if it's a trailer, in a few weeks, because there's a little thing called the Super Bowl, where we get a bunch of cool trailers. So, yeah. For me, what I want for this DCU is just good quality content, man. Like, cause you know why? Because I liked some of the Snyderverse movies. Like BVS, Ben Affleck is my favorite live action Batman. Why is he my favorite live action Batman? Because it reminds me of Dark Knight Returns Batman. But my personal opinion is that Zack Snyder, I have nothing against the man, but the only superhero he kind of knew how to make was a Batman, right? Was Batman. And the reason I say that, I love Henry Cavill. I loved Henry Cavill as Superman, and I got super hype at the end of Black Adam when he showed up before James Gunn took over the DCU. But that wasn't Superman to me. In Man of Steel, that wasn't Superman to me. That was like Superman just in the name being Superman, right? That wasn't Superman to me. James Gunn's movie looks like the Superman that I envision when I read the comics that I grew up on, right? And apparently this Batman isn't going to be like any other Batman that we've seen before. It's going to be more like comic book Batman, right? Which gets me very excited because Batman is like my one or two favorite superhero ever. So, and the Bat family and stuff like that. So, for me, if Tyler was announced to be the DCU Batman, I would be extremely happy with that, right? I would be extremely happy with that. And again, if you haven't watched Superman and Lois yet, watch Superman and Lois. Please do yourself a favor and watch it. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Tyler Hoechlin potentially playing Batman in James Gunn's new DCU. And yeah, thank you for watching and goodbye.